no editing. It's just blank walls.
like,
it's like Rothko's of podcasts. It's like a blank sheet. You either want it or not. You take it all with all its warts or nothing.
No,
There's
like
not going to be no
intro
nitpicking.
music and like cut out the dead air.
People are going to deal with the dead air. That's what okay, so
No one's gonna deal with this shit.
you are the unwary traveler and you've happed upon what is overrated, underrated. Your leg hair is very similar to my leg hair. I just
Legs
noticed.
that stood like trunks, and it said,
Where are you getting that from?
Percy. I don't know.
I just read
something
that.
Shelley, the poem.
Yeah, what is that?
Percy Bysshe
Stupid.
Shelley. Or
I just read that.
I am Ozymandias, king of kings.
No.
Look upon me my works, mighty and despair.
Have you guys gone to Rambo's Tacos?
Yeah. Have you?
No, I just kept seeing it. Want to take a picture of it. It's good.
It's okay. It's decent. The best taco they have is the pastor.
Have you taken a picture of the thing though?
I want to.
You have
I
to.
can't bring
Why
myself
not?
to it.
Why
'Cause
not?
Everybody probably does it.
Maybe nobody has. Like me, everybody's saying like I want to take a picture of the thing, but they haven't. It's
It looks
Rambo's
so
Taco,
bad.
right?
Like he looks Mongolian. He's supposed to be Mexican because the owner's Mexican, obviously, and it's a taco shop. But like, whoever like airbrushed the Rambo,
It's airbrush. I thought it was paint.
it looks airbrushed. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I like associate
This
Mexicans
guy.
and airbrushing. I don't know why, but he looks Mongolian. He has like the Fu Manchu and like.
You want to come to Alien Con?
No.
If you buy me a ticket,
Jesus Christ!
how much is a ticket?
It's $60 for one
That's
day. You want to come to Alien Con?
No.
That didn't work either. 2 times. Why don't you want to come to Alien Con? There's going to be panels.
I want to. I don't want to pay for Alien Con.
Well, that's.
I don't want to get like pissed off at all the people that want to shoot it up. You know.
Well, take on your gun just in case.
Take a gun in case.
Yeah, they'll let you take them in.
I don't think they will.
This
They
is
won't mind.
Easily concealable.
Just take it in like this. Like when you go in, go like this.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And then
They'll know.
Do you have a thing?
I wish.
What do you mean you wish? It's not. You've got this. It's not inconceivable to get like a holster. What are these called?
No, I don't have anything.
You can holster this.
Yeah, I don't
probably
have
something
anything
you
that's
go like this.
appropriate. Like this is too modern for like a detective. I need like a like a detective revolver. Or something.
Snub nose.
It's the name of one of my songs.
Snub nose?
Snub nose. Wait, warthog snub nose.
That's stupid. I'm glad Croft is back together.
Kim.
Kim.
That's this Kim. It's
I'm
the Jane.
Glad Kim exists again.
He likes
I
it.
guess. Kim's not that good.
Kim.
It doesn't have Ed Hill's musical styling.
The new album has drums.
Yeah, but it doesn't have Ed Hill's musical style.
Well, what can I do? You know, I didn't feel. I don't know.
Give me his contact. I'll get him his drums on my project. We'll call it Croft with 3 Fs.
That was a pedophile.
Childress?
Huh?
Childress.
That's not.
Childress?
Wait.
Children's.
This.
Oh, sweet lord.
This guy's a. What are those
Yeah,
called?
he's
steampunk.
worse.
He's a steampunk.
He's a pedo punk, I would say. Is it pedo or pedo? I don't like pedo.
I don't either.
I like pedo more.
Yeah.
It's easier to.
It's nicer because the PAE also gives it a nice ring. If you put an AE like I don't know what language, the Greek
But I
or
mean,
something.
maybe it shouldn't
Pedo.
be nice. Maybe it should be the worst version, just because it's like a.
It's interesting how
To
it's mixed up
describe
with
it.
pedestrians, like ped. Like I'm just a pedestrian.
No,
Different.
pedestrian is from
It's
foot
PED.
pod.
Okay, so what's the other one?
Ped is from child, like pediatrics and.
Okay, but they got mixed up because the same
They're
letters.
similar. They're similar. Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. Foot.
This one's
Fruit? How do you
this
pronounce
podcast is
this?
definitely getting
Fruit?
tough.
This is better. Pedophiles.
This is
better
the
than
this is I thought
me yelling
we're
over-
lower now. We're worse. This podcast has gone one level lower than the previous.
Let's bring it back, dude.
There's no bringing it back. You're just moving
Do the
forward.
gimmick,
You're just
do the
this.
gimmick,
What's
do
the
the-
gimmick?
you-
Oh, the overrated. Give me
That's
your
the whole
iPod.
podcast.
Give me your iPod. Let me go through this.
It's in
and
my
you know-
car. It's in her car? No. Come on.
She's got a car.
He's
Do
a
they let
pedophile.
women
I have
drive?
2. She has 1.
Childress.
I got 2. She's got 1.
Here?
Yeah.
And you didn't let me park in your space?
No, because we have more cars than spaces.
How-
So
oh,
I
you have
to
2
park-
cars?
One of us parks every
What
week
if,
outside.
you're not like a baron or something. Why do you have 2 cars?
It's cheap. It's a cheap car. But it's also very cool.
She has a car? You got 3 cars and you live in an apartment in La Puente?
4, because Kentaro has a car too.
Well,
La Puente still. I love this area.
this area, you love this area? What is there to love about this area?
Apart from the horrible Mexican music, I like the rest of it.
What? There's nothing here. There's a
everything
Wiener
here.
Schnitzel.
The food's good.
Wiener Schnitzel though. It's cool.
But
There's two
Wiener
Wiener
Schnitzel.
Schnitzel.
I would go
One
to
that way, one that way. There's a Wendy's that way. There's But for real, we got Japanese supermarket. We got Korean Vietnamese supermarket. We got Chinese
for
supermarket.
you, I suppose.
Mexican.
But the name.
We don't have like
Not
white
pointed.
people stuff though. What's the word? Like there's like a Vons.
There's like a burger.
That's
place,
about it.
but
No, I mean like stores, like groceries. There's an Indian place. Problem is though, yeah, like there's no like Trader Joe's or like Whole Foods when you want like some like yuppie shit. Like you can't get it. Trader Joe's, I guess, is like good for just like prepared foods, but like Whole Foods, if I want like duck legs or something, I gotta drive to Pasadena.
So your iPod is in the car.
I can go get it if you.
How far is your car?
It's over there probably. She drove it last. Maybe she parked it outside and then brought her car. And
I have no sense of direction here right now. I have no idea where anything is.
Yeah,
What?
everything looks.
This is bothering me.
What?
It's like this huge blank space and then that's there.
Yeah. Gotta put something. In.
I don't have any.
It's like put up by a short person. Like,
Who do you think
I think it
lives
was.
here?
Yeah, short people.
Huh?
They're not that tall.
but are they going for a certain? Yeah, but they're not this tall. they're not this. Like they're not like this. They're not like this is how far I can put it up. This is how...
Yeah, they are. They're basically that tall.
Kentaro is taller than me.
No, he's not. He's
He's
like
a tall
an inch
Jap.
shorter than me.
It's a Jape.
You're taller than me, aren't you?
I'm shrinking. I used to be 5'10", then I went down 5'9", now I'm 5'8", I think.
Then you're the same height as me
Not
now.
wearing
You used to be taller than me.
No, when I started the store, I was still 5'8". I'm not talking about like in the last 5 years. I don't know. I think I
No, 'cause
thought I
I'm
was
5'8".
5'10".
You're 5'9"?
He's taller than everybody.
You
He's a freak. He's a freak.
My doctor said I was 5'8".
You are
I-
like 5'8". You're about
Aren't you like slightly taller?
Ladies and gentlemen, I really apologize for this fascinating podcast about how,
Wait, so
we
you're
think we're
shorter
how about how we think we're average heights.
No, because I always thought he was taller. Well, maybe it's because like the.
He comes off the store.
Yeah.
When I opened the
Maybe
door,
it's the- maybe it's the
I was
looks.
like, hello.
No, that's because there's a slight step up.
That could have been a reason.
There's a banjo behind
I was
you.
dying when I came in.
I was also wearing.
I
high
said-
heels.
Every time I look in here, I think it's
Don't-
like a thrifty, like not a thrift store
Testicles.
thing. I've
Don't
never
look at
seen
it. Don't.
I don't know.
Oh, here. Instead of iPod, just look at the records.
All right, so go get some music and talk about it. Like,
Go,
let's-
go, right behind you.
That's
Come on, you
records.
fucking-
That's out of my league. You got to
Go
do
grab
that.
it, you jackass.
I can't just grab a record.
No, like just look at them. You can see it on the spine. Just pick.
Yeah, but you know what? It doesn't work that way because these are records that you like. So you're gonna say
Yeah, but there's.
positive. You got to think about that we don't like.
No, there's
too.
shit I don't like in there.
Oh, here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Okay.
Here's the thing. All right. So Shayan
No, but we're not
has.
talking about like or dislike. We're talking about
Overrated, underrated.
which you can.
Oh, yeah, okay. I was
something.
using it as an excuse because I don't want to go over there. All right. So now, this is another strange thing about the Shayan. Oh, by the way, his name is Shayan, spelled
Great. You see my
Cehyenne.
name where I live.
Shayan.
No one's gonna
in La
notice this.
Puente. Okay. On his iPod,
Gotta finish the lads log.
he's got like a bunch of music, as many people do, but unlike many people, Shayan does not delete music he does not like from his iPod. Now, I feel like I'm an innate editor. I always feel like I gotta cut things up and get to like my favorite ones and all. I'm always like throwing things out and
But you
doing
don't
stuff
want
like
to
that.
edit this?
No, I've done. So, I was.
I'll do it
I was
if you
killing myself
pay me.
last night editing a song all the way to like, I don't know how long in the morning. So
I'll do any.
I can edit if I don't want to edit. This is
money.
Blank.
I want money though.
even if I was gonna, I'm not gonna pay anybody to edit. Like, okay, so
You wanna
okay,
give
so
me
wait,
money?
okay,
Donate
so
money to me?
so on his iPod he has music which I ask him. Okay, he doesn't like, for example, if you could actually go to his car and get it, we
I
talk
can,
about it.
if you-
Just go get it.
I don't know.
Just go get it. This is the only.
Finish your
I can
thought.
pause
Finish
this.
your thought. Finish
Okay,
your
my
thought.
thought is that
I
he
think
has
it's monologue.
bands that he doesn't like and music he doesn't like, but he doesn't delete them off his iPod. Now I understand he has a lot of space on his iPod apparently, an
like-
insane amount of space for such an old iPod. It's a really good iPod too. I've never had an iPod.
Fuck.
Exactly. So
You have an iPod?
I have an iPhone. Well, I guess I have
Like
an
the iPod
iPhone, but not like a dedicated iPod. Like that's a dedicated
no,
iPod.
Oh, they got stolen.
No, but even that was like
That was an iPod.
it was used as an iPod.
That was designated as iPod.
Yeah, but it had you have
Apple.
like an old one with like this turning thing.
Well, that's because it has the reason I got that is because of the hard drive space.
How much space is on it?
What?
How much space is on it?
It's hard to compete with that.
Just say it. How much space?
160 gigabytes, I think.
It's weird that such an old thing has like that. But you don't. I would delete it anyway because I just don't like having things which I don't like on my iPad. But you
I've
keep
explained this many
things.
times to you.
Yes, but this is for our wrapped viewers. They want to know why. How come somebody not delete stuff they don't like on their iPod? Because it would bother me to keep looking at something like a band I don't like.
Because I might like it later.
Huh? It's
Because
very
some of my favorite albums I didn't like the first few times.
Name an album
Uh,
that you didn't like, and you came to like.
some album by Calexico. Feast of Wire.
So you heard it and you didn't like
I was
it.
like, oh, this is kind of dumb. And then I listened to it. I was like, oh, that's pretty good.
So
Like, it's not
what
my
happened?
favorite album.
But so
like
you
it.
kept it on. Just so you keep things on. Just
I'll just throw something on and be like.
so there is an answer to it. It's not inexplicable. So
Yeah, I've told you this multiple times.
Jesus Christ, we're doing a podcast. That's why I'm saying it.
Like, we've had this conversation. You're acting surprised.
I-
Like, oh, so there.
Because it's a podcast. because our dear listeners have never heard this tale.
Yeah, but you don't have to deceive them.
Oh,
into
I'm not
thinking
deceiving
this is
them.
Some revelation.
I am kind of genuinely surprised
Okay.
because I forgot about what you told me.
Okay, good.
So I'm not acting. I genuinely am.
Look how light this is.
I'm not touching that.
This
thing.
is plastic.
I'm not touching it.
That's the bang shoot part. This is just a frame.
Somebody's gonna get hurt.
Here.
I don't want to. Why do you keep trying to molest me with
Just
your guns?
how this is heavier than this.
This is what a molested child feels
Look,
like.
this is heavier.
Hey,
Look,
hey, look at this. Look at this. Touch this. I don't want to touch it.
take it.
I don't want to.
This is heavier than this.
I only touch Uzis /
You mean Mac 10s?
quote Mac 10s.
You
Quotation
don't
Mac 10s.
like Uzi though.
I like Uzi. I'm calling Mac 10s Uzis now.
You can't.
And
You can't do
that's
that.
what I'm doing.
No one's gonna know what you're talking
That's
about.
what I'm doing. Okay.
Like, it's not even a nickname. You're just
Okay.
using the name of something completely different.
I'm not changing my
You
views.
can, I mean,
I'm
no-
not changing my views.
You don't. I'm not. You
It's
don't
like
have.
calling
Like,
a dog a cat.
I'm
you
not
can do
changing my
that, but
views.
everyone else is gonna be confused and just think you're talking about something completely different.
That's okay.
All right.
That's the way I live my life, man.
There we go. Now this is.
Oh wait,
underrated.
it's copyright.
No, probably not.
No.
Yeah, probably, but no. Who's gonna care?
No, I got a song taken off YouTube.
Well, this isn't. Nobody cares about this shit.
This is a game. It's on YouTube right now.
Yeah. It wasn't taken off at all. It isn't even a real song.
Wait, what is this?
Okay, it's not- No, I actually had it.
It's from Yakuza 5.
No, I had it. It was one thing I got taken off for a copyright.
What
It was a
was it?
song, it's a Japanese song from 1985.
Oh, that's weird.
Senri Oe. And it was a CD I had. Nobody had the CD on Discogs or anything. It wasn't even listed on Discogs. I put it up. That's for that
Yeah,
reason.
no, forget about that.
They took it off.
Yeah, who are you
Sony-
gonna call it? Ghostbusters?
I might.
This sucks, dude.
Should be the theme song of Overrated, Underrated.
Let's discuss the actual topics.
The topics tonight are.
Okay, you know, hang on.
Should I pause it?
Let's for real.
Get
For
your
the first
iPod.
topic. No, let's do this.
What?
Pink Floyd, I think, is underrated.
How can they be underrated?
It's like,
Wait, don't turn it completely off. This is too off-putting.
okay.
Put something on.
I didn't like that. That version was.
You're
really
the
bad.
DJ.
Put
You're
put
the Shannon.
zero
We're
version.
also here with Shannon. Shannon is the DJ of the podcast. He's DJ
The
podcast.
Yakuza Zero version. That one didn't sound good
Wait.
at all.
Is that
This sounds
that's
I'll
nice
put it in.
smell,
No,
sock smell?
Don't they
Who
sound
am I?
I don't think
I'm the
so.
only one.
That sounded more like serious. Just put the Zero version.
There is no.
Well, why don't put any music on?
You just said put background.
No
music.
background stuff. Don't put music because the music might be copyrighted. And then
No,
that
no
will
one cares
take the
about
whole
this.
audio
This is
off.
from a video
I'm telling you,
game.
they took off a 1985 song by Senri Oe. I don't even
I
know.
don't even know.
DJ podcast.
DJ Zoopy Z. Anyway, Pink Floyd I think is underrated. Like,
now I have to act surprised because we already said.
yeah.
No, okay, but I think how could they be underrated? How can you say that?
Like-
you can't say delirious things. You can't say like
No, because
they're underrated. That's a.
Okay.
You could say they're overrated. Because
underrated with an asterisk. Like they're
okay,
famous.
what is their asterisk for?
But like everybody knows them, but like it's like black pepper. Like people just put it on without thinking about it.
You're saying Pink Floyd is underappreciated?
They're
How can
people
you say
know them,
this?
but like they don't like. People just know, like, you can ask people, like, you know, will you like Pink Floyd? And they're like, yeah, I guess. And then, like, they can't give you the breakdown.
Pink
of,
Floyd,
like,
I would say, is the most depressing band of all time.
No.
It is the most depressing. It's the darkest. The Wall is the darkest. I don't want to talk about this on my podcast.
They got some
Pick
funny.
another band.
They got some funny.
They have nothing funny.
It's like dark.
Their songs are some of the best songs ever made, but I can't listen to them.
I think
like every time I hear somebody playing them at a flea market, I like leave.
But yeah, I mean, right now, like
It's
I think
depressing.
they're underrated with a asterisk. Like people know.
I don't
them
get
and
what
it's
you're
just,
saying. How can they
it's
be
just-
underrated if
It's
they're
like black
everywhere?
pepper though. Everybody puts it on
Stop
their food,
things
but
with
like,
black pepper.
they're the black
Analogy.
pepper of music. Like everybody uses it, but nobody cares. Like they just do it because they think they have to do it. But like it actually, you know, they just do it out of like habit. It's like people people know of Pink Floyd and like talk and think about it out of habit without like delving deeper and being like, oh, they had distinct like phases. It's not like a monolithic Pink Floyd. There's distinct eras and what do you think, Shannon?
Next band.
Black
Next band. No, that's the next band. Next band.
Let's go. No, but like they had some good comedic aspects.
They have
to their
nothing.
songs.
They're the saddest band of all time.
No,
they're the
there's that
great.
one- there's
They're
that
great
one-
people. They're
Me
good
too. I'm
people.
a good person. No, but forget it.
Okay,
No,
Shannon.
but-
Shannon's turn. Shannon's turn. What's an overrated thing in the world? What's
Or
the first
underrated.
thing? Or underrated.
Frank Torpedo, underrated.
What's Frank Torpedo?
Torpedo is classic Euro beat.
Oh yeah.
I've never even heard of what you're talking about.
Torpedo
It's probably copy.
No, don't put any music on. We're talking on music. You can't.
In the 80s.
I'm telling you, they will take this
Those guys
podcast
are
off. Do
dead
not
by
put any
now.
music. Put like ancient aliens. Put some talking stiff thing on there. Not music.
Yeah.
I'm terrified right now. This whole thing is going to be taken off. Don't. Seriously, do
Are you
not put on
putting it on
music.
YouTube?
That's what it's for. It's what, like, I don't know anywhere else to put it. I know there's like an Apple iTunes podcast.
Apple. You have to pay for
This
it.
looks like a
Apple
Persian
iTunes,
thing.
I like it.
I feel like that's what I was thinking. I was like, what does this remind me of? Now
I was actually initially thinking of doing like a Turkish style, like where it's all on the floor with just a bunch of cushions.
Yeah.
And you just recline and lounge because I don't like sitting on a couch.
This reminds me.
That's why if I do, people like couches though. So I was thinking get a sectional so I can recline and lie on the side while other people sit.
This like reminds me of like my grandma in like Iran she used to be on a mattress because she was so
but it's
old.
Cool. It's just like you get like it's.
It is cool,
Do you-
but I was trying to think of what it would remind me of. Now I know.
It's
That's
not
what,
structured.
when I
You
saw
can
your
set it up
feet
how you
peeping
like.
out from underneath the sheets. That's what I remember. Like Shayan.
Like the
like,
Corsi.
Hmm?
Never mind. In
Is
the
that a
winter,
race,
like with the
Corsi?
thing, with and
Yeah,
there's a
like a
heater in it, and then people sit on the thing, and the heater keeps you warm. Never mind. Forget it.
Yeah, you better forget
You don't
it.
know what?
Oh my gosh, you're talking about this thing like my mom probably talks about.
Yeah, it's like a.
She
table
talks about
with
this
a
thing
sheet-
all the time, and we did it.
like
It
a
was
blanket
terrible.
over it, and
It's
then they-
terrible. It's awful. Why do you guys like that so
It's
much?
good. It's cozy.
Oh, this podcast is just terrible. This
You
is
get-
not, we're
you get
talking
to
about
see-
terrible stuff.
Shannon can talk.
He
about
talks
Frank
about terrible
Torpedo.
things too. He's talking about what's Frank Torpedo? What's
You
it?
won't let me play it. I can't.
I don't play it. What is it? Just explain.
It's
Describe
Eurobeat.
it.
It's like a disco, Italo disco.
Now, if I look at you, I would
type.
never have thought that's what you listen to.
That's all.
That's what you listen
That's all I
to.
listen to. It's for fast car rides or
Frankie-
cruising with the boys.
Cruising with the boys. that
Frankie
was the
what?
time. Frank Torpedo. Yo,
I don't know what to say.
There's
I
nothing
named one of my
really-
That's
kids,
underrated.
The
Well,
one boy in there's named
that's
Al.
good. That's
The
what we're
boy
here
in there
for.
is Frank Torpedo.
We're here to learn. Oh, what's this guy's name?
I don't
Zane.
know, bitch.
Looks like him. He's got the same Downey.
I think he's gonna be there. The whole gang's gonna be there, dude.
I don't want to.
Aliens.
How could you not want? You watch this show like religiously. You
Because
need
it's
to.
so ridiculous.
What's
It's
ridiculous?
the wheat.
Everything.
Yes, but that's.
Wheat fields.
They're gonna be
Wheat fields.
talking about this in real life. They're gonna be saying this stuff in real life.
It'll make me wanna
You'll be
blow-
sitting in panels.
it'll make me want
Panels.
to blow
Panels.
my brains out and my own.
You can do that here.
I can't do that here. I have to do it there.
You see
Yeah.
Irvine, go talk to him, dude. You can just go up to him and say hi.
No, he's probably.
That's
Everybody's gonna be there. It's gonna be the biggest, hottest show of the century.
Oh, it's pi, dude. 3.1415. 9, 2.
Oh yeah, that's something I
I
don't
only
believe
know
in. The
it's
crop
from
circles are all fake, dude. Look,
Shit
this is
circles.
proof. This is
Shit
proof.
circles.
Wheat, a chaff of
That's
wheat.
actually hay.
So what?
Timothy hay.
Oh shit! It's Jewish.
That is pretty
Oh
cool.
my gosh.
Anyway.
Oh, okay. Oh, here we go. Jews. Here's the
Overrated.
subject.
Way overrated.
Shayan. Now, I love the Jews.
I don't mind them. They're just overrated.
Okay, talk about the Jews. Talk about your hatred of the Jewish people.
I just think they're overrated. I don't have a problem with them. They're just way overrated. There's
So this is perfect for the podcast. This is a perfect subject.
Yeah, because like
You'll get demonetized.
there's like
dude.
barely any. Oh yeah,
I'm monetized?
Demonetized.
I think automatically you are. But nobody watches.
Demonetized.
Yeah.
Demonetized.
Anyway, forget that. They're overrated. There's barely any of them. But then like
I don't understand
it
your
seems like there's a lot
deep,
of them.
deep and abiding hatred for the Jewish people. Why do you keep saying that you hate them so much?
They're overrated. I'm telling you.
In what aspect are they overrated?
There's, like,
Overrated by who?
Everyone.
You have to explain
Everyone's
yourself.
like, oh, Jews, and it's like they're just some guys. Forget about it. There's like barely any of them.
There's like
Not that many. They're only like 2% of the U.S. population. But everyone's like, oh, they're big. And
Do
it's
you
like,
have any facts and figures for this?
I can look it up.
Because I would think that Jewish people are like 1/4 of the world.
No,
No,
dude, that's why I'm saying they're
horseshit.
overrated. They're 2% of the entire population.
Okay. So like, there's way more Muslims in the world.
Oh yeah.
Like, how many
by,
more Muslims?
Like billion.
A lot.
More than a billion.
I didn't know that. See, we're learning something, kids.
Muslims are like.
That's why they're.
It's like there's like Filipino Muslims.
Forget about those guys.
Yeah, but that's what's
Nobody
making up the
counts those
population.
guys.
That's well, it's not. The population
I
isn't
think
in the
the
Middle East.
Indonesians make up a lot of them.
Yeah, like that's a lot of Muslims. Okay, but the China. Okay, what's the other
Filipinos
then?
are Catholic. Muslims.
Okay, in the pie chart of religions in the world.
Christianity, close second is Islam, then it's Hinduism, then it's
But how's the pie chart look?
everything else.
Like compare Muslims versus Christians. Like how many? What's the number?
I want to say like
200 trillion.
I want to say like 2.5
5 billion.
billion Christians and like 2 billion Muslims. I don't know. It's
So
pretty,
it'd make a good war.
they
if
tried that, it didn't
everybody-
go well for anybody.
If everybody fought, all the Christians and all the Muslims fought,
I think
Christians would win because they have
Yeah.
2.5. That 0.5 will make the
No,
difference.
but they got better
1%
tech,
of the world's
too.
population.
Okay, what's the population of Muzzies?
Muslim, that's a lot.
20
more.
maybe.
20 million?
No,
20
sorry.
billion?
How many people? There's like 7 billion.
Because you're
there?
counting Shia and Sunni. And even
Yeah, it doesn't matter. They're all Muslims. The thing is, they're like the Crips. They fight against each other. So
Yeah,
they would,
yeah.
But everybody's like, we're not kind of. We're saying like if there was a war with like all
Islam
Muslims,
is, 1/4 of the world.
1/4 of the
25?
world.
Yeah, 24%.
Dang.
And what about Christians?
Oh, Christians?
They have
They're just they're a bit bigger, probably close to 30.
1/4. Oh, yeah, and you say wait. So it's 1/4. It's 75%. No, it's 25% Muslims.
And then like 2%
Christians are
Jews.
31.
31. There you go.
They'd win.
Yeah. They also have better technology.
Wait, what are
than other
you?
countries.
Are you Zionist? What are you? What are you?
Zionism
Are you
is
Dharmic?
terrorism.
What are you? What are you? What's your
His
religion?
dad's Jewish, so I don't think he's Jewish. Your mom.
Oh, you're a Jew.
No, your
No.
mom has to be Jewish to be Jewish.
Yeah.
No, what are you're half Jewish?
His dad's Jewish, so he's not Jewish.
Yeah, that's how.
Unless the reform. There's some. Reform
What do you when
Jews
somebody asks you what your religion? What do you say?
What do I say?
he's-
Yeah. Why are you
I
asking
say
my?
I'm a devout Celtic. Okay.
Okay, you're going on joke
And-
penalty. There's no jokes on this podcast. We have serious discussions here.
No, I'm
Conan
serious, that's what I
O'Brien
said.
makes the same joke every day.
Huh? Who?
Conan O'Brien.
I'm basically Conan O'Brien.
Yeah.
No. What? No. What do you? What do you see yourself? Okay, if I was going to talk about like what's your religion, what would you say?
Rastafari.
Devout.
Come on, no joke. Anybody can.
No.
This is way too easy
No,
joke territory.
that's-
We're not gonna
He
pander
smokes
to the
weed
joke waiting audience.
24/7.
What? We're not
He's
pandering to the religious joke waiters. Okay, we
He's
want
Rastafari.
actual topics.
Speaking
Why are you
of,
pointing
I-
over there
I
all of a
got-
sudden?
I got some underrated up once my turn.
But I just want to hear the religion thing. What's his religion? Okay, I don't care. Fine. I don't know. I just got into it. I got it because it's something where you won't say this, and now I'm more interested. It's like, what is this guy? A Satanist? What is? Okay, now okay.
No one's a Satanist in this day and age, dude.
No, there's some people that do that.
Well, not real people.
Yeah, like fake.
That's
people.
because like.
I got torn up. I didn't even know I got. This
Okay, well, okay. So next subject
I only noticed this one, but there's these ones.
on this slapdash hacksaw
Slapdash.
slapdash
Hackjaw Jim Duggan.
hackjaw.
Slapdash Jim Duggan.
I don't understand why you want to go to this. This is your people.
Because people are
No,
crazy
because it's
aliens.
ridiculous.
I'm ridiculous, you know.
You're-
But it'll be ridiculous in real life, though.
Yeah,
That's
true.
it'll be funny. It'll be even more. It'll be in
It'll be like
3D.
no, think about
ancient
it, though.
aliens.
How much
Disgusting.
torment that moved stones guys was? It'll be that, but times like 200. Because every guy will be that moved stone.
It's
That guy
not.
with the
It's a more popular show. Like if the alien con taken place like 20 years ago, then it would be like those people,
Okay.
like ultra weird. Now it's like self-aware.
wants to
It's
see what-
self-aware.
yeah, that's true.
That's the problem with it. Star Trek convention used to be like that. The weirdest but nicest people used to go to the Star Trek
Now it's
convention
just
in
like-
Pasadena. Now it's not. It doesn't. They don't have it anymore.
It's just jerk off, normal.
There's no space. There's sci-fi conventions, but not really. There's horror conventions now.
We should have like
Different people.
like tiki. You know how there's like
Tiki
steampunk
conventions?
and like diesel punk. Why don't there? Why is
Tiki
there no-
punk.
Yeah, why is there no tiki punk?
It's when I was a kid,
'Cause
I was in
loved-
Hawaii and I used to like look
I loved
like
when I was a
getting
little
the
kid.
tikis.
Yeah, I was. Like,
But now I
ooh,
couldn't
they're,
care
like,
less about
angry
them.
and, like,
But it's weird how things like change. Like how something like I was interested back. I used to be
I like
interested in
Trader
all types
Vic's.
of
I love Trader
souvenirs.
Vic's. And,
You like Exotica. You like
Yeah, Exotica, like that. What is that guy?
like I went
that
through a
album?
phase like that too. Yeah, what's his name? With all the famous album covers. I used to want to collect that stuff.
And like the album titles are like Sacrifice Feast
yeah,
or whatever.
but it's like I go through phases.
What is it?
And then
Jesus, this is a
Martin
documentary.
Denny or
Something like that.
Shannon Denny.
Exotica is underrated, isn't it?
It's not. You know what happened though? Listening to Exotica changed my view of listening to rhythm because it forced me to listen to something besides like a hip hop
Western-based.
rhythm.
Yeah.
Well, hip hop rhythm, like it just forced me to because I was like listening to it.
Does that even like did that ever
Martin Denny, I think that's what
get
it is.
anywhere?
What do you mean?
Anywhere?
I mean, they created. It was. I think it was a positive time for
Martin
America.
Denny, yeah, you're right.
Wow.
The album was just called.
Yeah, he's got two of them. He's got like Exotica 1, Exotica 2.
But
It's a cool vibe. It's a cool thing. But it was like a positive time during post-war.
Ritual of the Savage by Les Baxter. That's the one.
Les Baxter. That's the
the
dude.
big
That's
one
the
I
G.
remember.
That's the G.
Look at that album cover. For those at home.
Yeah,
just
but
look
it's like you have to be like in a positive state to kind of.
Oh
listen.
yeah, no, this is
It's
not
like very
a cynical
positive.
thing. This
Not
is,
at all. It's like very like. And back in the
I
day,
think people are getting sick of like the cynicism.
no, it was like after the war.
like, irony.
They were tired of the war.
Yeah.
Like so, it was like
And
looking
they went
forward.
to Japan and they're like, ooh, look at
Everything was good. It was like everything
it.
was like.
crab wrangle.
Like Middle Eastern people were like funny, like they would have like genie. Everybody thought like genies
yeah, like
were all
swabbies and
everywhere.
shit.
Yeah, everything was like there wasn't because the oil thing hadn't been found really yet. Like, so it was like they were making movies about like
Yeah.
Aladdin and stuff.
But yeah, I mean, all these things are getting like revivals. Why isn't this getting? Actually, this might.
You
be
can't because everybody hates the Middle Easterns right now, and with
You
like
don't need the. This is the middle. This is like Pacific.
yeah, well,
Coast mostly.
yeah, but I mean,
The
it was all part of.
Polynesian.
It was all part of a thing, though. It was like Exotica. It was like
Yeah,
other
But it was
countries
heavily
besides
focused
Western.
on like Polynesia,
It was.
Pacific Islands, stuff like that, Hawaii. But I think it actually might be in the stage of a revival because I remember looking for tiki bars, and there's a ton in Hollywood
mean,
now.
In the '90s, it made a revival.
Like I mean, a sub revival, not a.
A big revival.
It just like twitched in its grave, I guess. Because I don't remember any big like Trader Vic's is gone, but I was looking for because the only Trader Vic's in Southern California is the lounge at the Hilton was in the Beverly Hills, and that's not even a full-fledged Trader Vic's. It's just the lounge, so they don't even have all the decorations and the tikis. It's just they have the drinks like the Mai Tai and whatever.
Apparently, there a lot like I don't know. Some years ago, I heard about a cafeteria in downtown, which was like that, where you go upstairs and there's like a fountain.
Yeah, for
And there's it's like they serve you literally Jello, so because it's like the 50s.
yeah.
But
No, for her birthday, for the 21st birthday, we went to a tiki bar because Trader Vic's was like there was Don the Beachcomber.
because that's like the closest thing
but
to
that one
Asian.
closed down. There was a bunch in there's a bunch in Hollywood now though, so I think it might be making a comeback.
All right,
But who cares?
I think this is a podcast that's gonna get cut. we
Well, yeah, I
can't. We
think
can't
tiki is
come up.
underrated. I think it's fun because I think people are getting tired of like cynicism and irony and all that, and I think it's time for
They're becoming cynical of cynicism.
yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh,
All right.
ooh, look.
What?
What is that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Shayan, you shouldn't make fun of people just because you're cute.
I wasn't
Just because you look like a bunny doesn't mean everybody else has to look like a bunny.
Kind of.
That looks like your friend.
It does. Don't talk about
Oh. Is he not your
David
friend
Wilcock. I
anymore?
wonder if he's going to be there.
Is he not your friend anymore? Why'd you grimace and say don't talk about
No.
it? What happened?
Nothing. I just
Talk about it off.
I just don't want to talk. Like, there's like subject I realized like in the podcast that keep coming up. Like I don't want to talk about
words.
talking about it. That's because I don't want it. Because I'm avoiding like things I don't want to talk about. Right, Bunny?
Just mumbling.
I know. I'm like,
talk about.
This is your pod. This is your episode.
This is my podcast.
This is your one. This is. Everybody's getting their time in the sun. Their time to shine in the podcast sun. This is his time to shine too. He can talk about his adventures in the Middle East and in the Sinai.
Middle East.
Yeah, when he went there, did stuff.
Let's talk about two things that are underrated.
What? Yeah, you come up with them. I come up. What? What's two things?
The Pink Floyd and Exile.
Not that again. Wasn't it the last pod? Was that the last pod? Was it this podcast? This is terrible. It's awful.
Somebody else come up with something.
This is a great Okay, we got to come up with.
Jews are overrated. You brought.
Okay, the Jews thing is good. The Jews thing is. We have to follow the Jews.
You thought they were a quarter of the world. They were less than 2% or like 3% or something.
Where are you getting your facts from, though? Is this
0.2%?
He's the statistician.
Not even a full percent. You can't even round up to a full percent.
Well, doesn't that mean they're underrated because they've done so much?
No, that means they're overrated.
They've created the whole movie industry.
Overrepresented, overrated.
They created Hollywood. If it wasn't for the Jews, there would be no movies.
I don't really.
I don't like any movie. Everything's like superheroes or Star Wars.
Well, I mean, the entire movie industry was based off of Jewish people in the ghettos of America, like showing stuff in on the top of the kosher place. Like that's how it started up. Like all these guys like Warner Brothers, those are Jewish people. They used fake names to give them an English look. They were all Jewish. Like Metro Goldwyn Mayer, except for Mayer. All these,
Mayer is not.
But they even that is probably a fake name because they had these long Polish names and they changed them so that people would think they were English people because they were ashamed of their Jewish and they never if you look at them they never wanted to say anything against when the war happened. The big movie companies, the actual owners would not say because they didn't want to be recognized as Jews or Jewish people. They kept it hidden. So
yeah, but I don't like movies.
That's my extent of knowledge of Jews. Huh?
I don't even like movies. So I don't. Oh, Liquid.
Right.
Liquid.
I know you haven't seen a ton of movies.
Who's the guy?
Was that Mercury?
He died.
Is that Liquid Mercury?
That's so dumb.
Okay, Liquid Mercury.
Yeah.
On Ancient Aliens had an episode. It might be this one. This is the one. This is the one. Turn it up. Turn it up. Turn it up. Turn it up. This is the one I was talking about. Okay, turn it up. Pump up the volume.
Yeah, it's copyrighted.
It doesn't matter. This is a show. It's not music.
copyrighted.
It's not. It's okay. It's okay. Nobody listens to this. Go.
What?
Go. Look, they're talking about Liquid Mercury is found under this thing. This is the thing I texted you.
Yeah.
And then you made fun of me and you said Liquid Mercury's everywhere.
It is
all
everywhere.
Mercury is liquid.
Well, that's what they're saying. They're saying it's the rarest thing, and they couldn't. And how do they find it under this temple? Look, Eric. Come on, Danica.
It's like liquid at room temperature. It's one of two.
Then why are they showing that? Listen, turn it up. You have to rewind it. Listen.
Forget about it. No one cares. Mercury is one of two liquid elements at room temperature.
Look at what happened there.
That's Hitler. You're talking about Hitler now. Come on.
Okay, well, should we go into Hitler?
He's way overrated, dude.
Overrated as what?
Whatever.
He's the best.
He's boring.
He's the best.
About him.
He's the best Villain.
He's boring.
Why wasn't he even blonde? He wasn't even blonde. That's the funny thing.
Who cares?
Did anybody notice that? During the time when there's a million blonde people. No, but I'm saying during that time there's a million blonde people and they're all looking up at this guy and they're like, yeah, kill he could possibly be a Jewish guy.
There's not a million blonde people.
You watch footage of Hitler Youth. There's literally a million blonde people going like this.
There's a bunch of little kids, dude.
No, teenagers.
Every kid has blonde hair.
They all had blonde hair.
All
kids
kids
get
have
darker over time. Melanin.
Yeah, but that's when you're a baby. These are teenagers. These are 13-year-olds.
Babies are real.
Babies definitely are not real. Babies need to be
Babies
destroyed.
are underrated.
Okay, let me.
They're just.
Shayan not only looks cute, he also likes cute things.
I don't
Like,
think
he likes
cute things.
Well, some people like cute things more than others. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of death metal people that don't like cute things.
They probably do.
Guys in
It's part of their
bands.
image, though. They can't.
Yeah, but they go towards that image because they like the crazy monsters and stuff. Some of them
both.
you can't It's I am one of the people that likes both.
We're not Horkheimer. Who's that guy? I forgot his name. We talk about him all the time. I just forgot his name now. I don't want.
It's the podcast. It's the podcast effect.
Yeah, I know.
Everything goes out the window. We get blanked.
What is that
Get blanked.
motherfucker?
But this apartment is really nice. I like the fact that it seems like it's
a little overpriced. Overrated.
For where we are, it's like
Yeah.
it's weird.
I
It's
think they're
so
trying
nice
to
in here.
gentrify the area or something.
That's impossible. There's way too much.
They could try.
There's way too much. No, there's nothing here. There's no way to
It's
gentrify
expensive.
anything.
It's $2,000 a month.
I don't know, but it's
They raised the price. That's why it used to be nicer and cheaper. It used to be
this
17.
this area. There's nothing. It's like you can't. It's like saying
Cronenberg. There we go.
Drummondberg.
No, Cronenberg. David.
What about him?
I like the his style, like the.
But we were talking about death
body
metal.
horror No, because I was saying the grotesque.
You like both
I
things.
like the grotesque kind of, as well as cute things. Like
Yeah, but I'm saying there's a lot of guys who just like gory things and
like
they don't
mouth
like.
movies where people like just all those.
Yeah, see, they'll watch that, but then they won't watch like a cutesy thing.
Like a cute that anime about the seals, or that one seal.
All right, let's talk
That's a
about
cute one. That's underrated.
who is that.
Shannon, you're shit.
All right,
Mike,
Quetzalcoatl.
go, your turn.
Quetzalcoatl.
Something that's either over or underrated. Yeah.
I don't really have anything.
This guy looks like a huge douchebag. Look at him.
Anybody that's on the show, like I wouldn't mind knowing them. I love them.
This ugly ass dragon.
I don't like Chinese dragons.
Yeah, they're
Chinese.
lame.
Okay, no offense.
I don't think they're overrated though.
No offense
Like,
to
I
the
think they're-
Chinamen in the room, but
Jewish.
the Jewish Chinamen in the room. But I got like, since I have no subject, how about Chinese art is overrated?
It isn't though. Nobody cares about it.
All traditional art is overrated. How about that?
No.
Every country.
No, I like
Middle Eastern,
classic
Chinese, Asian, Russian,
No.
every
No.
form of fucking art is
No,
from like
no,
before 1950 to me is
No.
is overrated.
no.
Before 1950?
Before 1950, like before the Exotica, like everything is bad, because like I think like a lot of it is based on like they were commissioned. Art was before like the Impressionists. Like art was commissioned to do like they had to do religious things, so they would use their talents, but there wouldn't be any like personal like
Before the 50s?
before the
No, 'cause, I mean,
Impressionist
they
stage,
did
before the
personal-
post-Impressionists.
they did personal
No,
stuff
but they
too.
didn't. There's all like it's like
They did, it's
statues
not
and
famous,
deities. Yeah, maybe they could do it for themselves, I guess. But they would when they would get like huge amounts of money to paint something, it was for like the church or something, and they would sneak their own stuff in there.
Yeah, sure.
But it was like
Let somebody sneak a
like
duck.
Michelangelo's like stuff.
No, they did a lot of portraits of just.
Actually, that stuff is good. It's like the
What about
Sistine
like
Chapel.
Van
is good.
Gogh. He didn't.
Yeah, he was the one who started it. He's the one who started like
Oh, he said
self-impression,
impressionism,
like making.
Okay, how about,
bring out your
How
own
about No, he said 1950s. Impressionism.
Yeah,
was
but I
way
changed
before
it.
50s.
I know,
Changed-
1850s.
Fuck. What about who were those guys? It was like post-romantic.
Post-impressionists.
No, it was like a post-romantic thing where people
Pre-Raphaelites.
they drew people in somewhat grotesque manner, but realistic kind of. It was a weird one. It was a weird one.
Klimt.
What?
Gustav Klimt. I think okay, so like
Related to
What the hell
realism?
is
let's say
Fluxus?
if I don't know, if you go like in Europe, like a lot of art,
What are they called? Art. Schools?
Art.
No, not schools.
A lot of-
art, like
dormitories.
no, like a school of thought. But what is it for art? It's called like an
Huh?
art.
L'école.
L'école. No.
L'école. That's it.
Not a
L'école de
school,
Beaux.
though.
L'école
No,
de
like when you
Beaux.
say like a school of thought, it means like a.
Oh, like a school of like a certain like a
Yeah,
group
what is
of
it called
artists.
for art? Like a movement, I guess.
I forgot.
I guess art
Um,
movement is the. There is this one that was weird. I thought it was interesting.
This is bad.
It
This
is-
is a really bad podcast.
what do you think of?
This is the worst conversation we've ever.
Post?
I think we were trying too hard to come up with a subject. I just
it
need
is.
to-
Post-Raphaelitism.
That's why I said that.
Did you?
I said it. I said
say
post.
it?
He's a witness. He remembers
Did
everything.
you say that?
No.
Oh, I'm never calling you to the stand for anything.
You shouldn't have.
He was right there. He knows. I said he just wants to make me look bad on my podcast.
No, I was focused entirely on the stupid things they were saying about
Post-Raphaelites. Okay, this is
What?
bad.
When did you mention that?
I swear I said post-Raphaelites. You can listen to the podcast
But
at 39 minutes.
Post-Raphaelites isn't what I was thinking of, though. It's something related to that.
This is bad.
It wasn't that specific one.
This is so bad. I feel like I'm in a bad class
No,
right
mannerism is the one I was thinking of. Which post-Raphaelism was a reaction against, I think. Right?
now.
You're the one that went.
Post-Raphaelites.
That was a reaction against mannerism? Or the opposite? I think it was.
I don't
Let me
know.
look it up. Hold on.
You know what? I need to lean again. This is not. I need to
Don't
lean
lean.
against
You don't
something.
have to
You
lean.
guys are both leaning.
You're a guest.
Like I'm looking at you guys being all comfortable, and I'm like this.
I'm not comfortable. My butt's asleep.
All right.
Yeah.
I don't like this. This is obviously not working well. This is not conducive to a good
okay,
podcast.
hold on.
I need to be facing
No,
different
stop.
directions.
I got it.
We can't be looking at each other.
The group's intention was to reform art by
I
rejecting.
didn't know we were going to be talking about like art school stuff.
Let me talk about this
Okay,
for closure.
I'm pointing.
The group's
This
intention.
is not closure. We're in the middle of a 3-hour
Sit
series.
down.
Sam, wait. I'm just going to stand. I'm going to be like this.
Squatting's fine. The group's intention was to reform art by rejecting what it considered the mechanistic approach first adopted by Mannerist artists who succeeded Raphael and Michelangelo. I don't know what that means, but Mannerism is
You're
the one.
listening to the overrated, underrated. If you were wondering what you're listening to, you're listening to
That's
the overrated,
something
underrated.
Yeah, okay, here we go.
We'll point it at your feet.
Mannerism exaggerates qualities, resulting in compositions that are asymmetrical or unnaturally
more
elegant.
conducive.
This, how about that? What do you think?
Oh,
of
you
that?
got a banjo.
Yeah, I brought that up like 2 hours ago even. No, but what do you think
I've
of that?
never heard you say it.
I,
Now I don't know who I'm talking to.
no. What do you think of that? You were saying
Mannerisms?
yeah,
Like people have different mannerisms. See, this is more like now Tokyo music's been like transported here. Like now I can like look at the TV.
yeah.
Because before I was having trouble thinking.
Yeah, I would sit on the high chair. You would sit on the like car seat thing,
Yeah.
and then Shannon would be on the
Shannon would be over
rug
there.
thing.
Who the fuck
I
is
don't understand
Shannon?
why you don't want to go to this.
I want to go to
This is gonna be there. All the stuff is gonna be there.
The entirety of Sumeria is
Entire
gonna be there.
Sumeria.
I'll go there for like.
Look at this
Iraq
reenactment.
war.
Huh?
The war
Yeah,
right
the
now.
war in Iraq.
In Syria.
ISIS.
ISIS blew this shit
They
up.
blew this shit up. Maybe
You
that's
can't
why they
go
were.
But this
giving
is
me-
digital.
Oh, I thought it was real.
This is not even.
You were
That's
telling me we
what
could go here.
Yeah, you just said.
No, they've created this entire thing.
Is Hammer
at
up?
Pasadena.
Like, what about Hammer? That's close. That's
Can I
20
meet
I
minutes
know.
away.
That's why I'm saying.
not?
Why don't you come?
I want to, but buy
Wait,
me
can
a
I meet
ticket.
Gilgamesh or not?
Gilgamesh didn't.
Look,
exist.
it's like a guy with a big mustache.
Okay,
Yeah,
I got one.
okay.
I
It's
got
like
one.
Oh, okay.
Wario.
Here we go.
I
It's
got
like
one. Okay,
Wario.
so the Epic of Gilgamesh.
Underrated.
Overrated or underrated?
Way underrated.
I think I don't know it well.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
I have it.
Mojo.
I'll have
It's
it.
real.
I think it's underrated.
It's got friendship. It's got.
What happens in
It's like
in
friendship,
Let me
adventure.
tell you something. Let me tell you something.
Adventure.
Story
I don't know
of
anything about it.
immortality.
Deities and
But the name is pretty good.
the Epic of
Names.
Gilgamesh.
I think all these people last throughout time because the names are so funny. Hammurabi. Like that's
Look
like-
at these jackasses. These are cool. They're not jackasses. They're
All right, Zarathustra. What about? Wait, is that a song? That's a song. Song of Zarathustra.
Thus,
No, Speak.
that's Nietzsche.
No,
But
Zara
here's
is the
Hammurabi.
Persian god.
That's
Or some-
Zoroaster.
No, Persian religion.
Yeah,
religion,
but
Zoroaster.
that's the.
It's not based on the same thing, Zarathustra.
No, there's the same.
No.
One of them's I think the Latinized or something. I don't know.
Okay, I think.
They're destroying these weird dog people.
They're not
What
dogs.
about? This is why all the. Wait,
Yeah, I mean
Where
a
am I
lot of
going?
this directly influenced
My glasses somewhere?
art,
Probably.
like directly, like not
unless
even.
they went into a different.
Not even like.
Look at this.
They're like neighbors.
This isn't
Yeah.
Ancient Aliens.
But
It
look at
is.
that. That is
This
so
isn't
close.
Ancient Aliens is much more fun than this. What
Like
is this?
Zoroastrian, like imagery and iconography or whatever the word is, looks a lot
Okay,
like
like-
Sumerian stuff.
Like the ancient Greek
they have the
temples.
solar disc.
Like they used to all be painted, I think, and the columns in Egypt they used to be painted.
Cool.
People think they used to be all this like they
I
were
didn't-
white and tan.
I didn't think anything.
They were all
Like cat
painted.
penises.
They were all painted. That thing has a nipple and a nodule.
Why
You
do
have
you
to check that
keep
out.
talking about that?
Because it's like I thought I was gonna say it, and then he'd be like, "Yeah, that's the thing, and that's the nipple, and that's the thing."
Nobody-
But then
nobody-
he can't. Nobody can hear Shannon. What are you doing? Why are you trying to cut Shannon out of the podcast?
I moved it this way.
We're gonna put it
Don't
right
put it on
here.
my lap.
We're gonna put it right
Fucking
here.
sicko.
Right here.
My knee is too knobby.
Hey, what are you
Fucking
doing
hurt.
there?
What are you talking about?
We need Shannon. This is the
This is
microphone.
a horrible setup.
This is much better. See, as soon as I sat here, he got the idea of Epic of Gilgamesh. That's inspiring.
It came up there. It was the thing. It was the TV project.
This is so. I feel like I'm in Iran right now because this is like so. This is probably like what people in Iran like
Here,
how they
hold this.
live.
I wish.
I'm not touching that. Stop!
Here, hold
I
this.
like to go to tournaments.
This is exactly how my grandmother
Yeah, I'm gonna
was,
go in
and
a
I was like,
couple
and I was
years
like,
with
and
it.
I was like there. This is like crazy.
You wanna hold this? Space.
Why
They did
keep
this in,
letting
Stargate or whatever? Or what's that one with the black guy and the circle on his forehead?
Star Wars.
Stargate. I hate
Stargate?
that show. I don't know.
They had these in Stargate. Except the barrel was short.
Whoa. I don't know how you don't get in trouble, dude. I don't know
It's not
how.
illegal.
I realize that. I do realize
Why would I
that.
get in trouble?
I do realize that. It's Mr. Sewell.
I mean, it wouldn't matter if it was they made it illegal. I wouldn't.
No,
give
but
it up,
people look. If people see that, they're gonna call somebody, and that's how you get in trouble. It doesn't
But
matter
they'll
if
be
anything's. You're using logic. Don't you can't use logic.
What
in
is
this world.
this? Hamster?
It's an eyeball, obviously.
Oh, okay.
No, it's
Anyway,
a ping
forget-
pong ball in a vacuum.
Okay, so Shannon has asserted that the Epic of Gilgamesh. I forgot. Did you say it was overrated or underrated?
Underrated.
So you really like this guy? Epic of
Gilgamesh is a good
It's a
book.
cool story.
Great one.
No one talks about it though.
You tried it.
Everyone's like, "Oh, Harry Potter is so cool,"
yeah.
but like
Harry, so
no one
you're
talks
also
about
asserting that Harry Potter is overrated.
Way
it.
over.
A little bit, yeah.
It's shit.
I sense a sense of attachment to Harry Potter though, coming from Shannon.
Yeah, I mean, he probably loves it.
I mean, I read the books,
They're
for
shit.
warp points.
So did you think the books were in comparison to the movies? How were they?
They were incontinent.
I've never read them.
They were incontinent.
What
They
is
couldn't hold-
incontinent mean?
Don't say that right now. I was incontinent like before I came here.
Good
Don't
thing.
mention that. Why are you trying to bring up bad memories?
I'm sorry.
Look, it's Harry Potter.
It's
right
Harry
now.
Potter.
It
yeah.
was Harry Potter. It was
I
Harry
like
Merlin.
I don't like-
Stonehenge, to be honest.
Oh, here's a funny
Don't.
story. Everybody knows this, but I'm going to say it as if it's interesting. Stonehenge is not a henge, right? We all know that.
I don't know what you mean.
Oh. Henge, okay, so
What's a
people
henge?
came up with, they named Stonehenge. People discovered Stonehenge and they named it. And then they're like,
It's
okay.
a good name.
And then they're like, okay, so from the name Stonehenge, they isolated henge. And they defined henge. But the way that the word henge was defined excluded Stonehenge, which did not fit the definition of a henge. Even though the word henge came from the name that was given to it, Stonehenge.
Start over. That's kind of confusing.
Okay, so Stonehenge is a thing, right?
Right. Well, no. Does it have a name?
Not yet. So then people discovered
What
it.
time are we talking about?
Who
We're talking about
cares?
we're talking about when they were
Sure.
using it. Well, I'm
No,
trying to understand.
It's English. Okay, so people discover it or they name it. Whoever named Stonehenge, they're like, this is called Stonehenge.
Who did name it? Well, you're a statistician. Look up who named
What would a
Stonehenge.
statistician know about Stonehenge?
Statistician knows all.
All right. Look up
Who named Stonehenge?
It comes from the original name comes from the word stone. They just called it stones.
So stone? Like henge
No,
means
just
stone?
stones. And
So
then
where'd the
it-
henge part come from?
because the word sounds like henge cliff in old English.
What?
Okay, so it was named so it was called Stonehenge. It doesn't matter what the etymology is. But they called it that, right? So this was the name for this thing. So they're like, oh, what about structures that are similar to this? So they took henge out of Stonehenge, because stone is already a fucking word. You can't call things stone. So they're like, this is called a henge. And then somebody defined henge. But the way it was defined excluded Stonehenge. So Stonehenge is not a henge. Despite the word henge coming from Stonehenge.
Wait, explain this again.
I don't know.
Start it again.
People are going to be pissed. They're
Start
going to
it
hear the same
again.
thing.
Start it again.
3 times. Okay.
We're gonna get this, kids. Don't
Okay.
worry.
So Stonehenge was named Stonehenge.
By who?
Who gives a shit? That's not
But
important.
maybe that's what's keeping me from getting
It's
past that.
by
Okay, it was named
Old
Stonehenge
English.
by somebody.
in Old English.
Okay, in old English.
Yeah. So then later on, when people were, I guess, studying these like structures, they found similar ones in different locations,
Right,
with
right.
different materials.
Right.
And so the name, and they're like, okay, well these resemble Stonehenge, I guess. That was probably the train of thought.
Right.
So they
Right.
called them henges because Stonehenge was it's
Did they though? Because are there other henges?
Yeah, there's other henges. There's a car henge, which was an
Well,
art
that's
thing.
just a joke thing.
Yeah. But there's
Okay,
other
based on-
actual like historical things that. So that they took
sure
henge.
are we gonna call you on that? Or are we gonna? Is
the
our
name's
statistician
Stone.
Does our statistician have to look up something?
Yeah, he can
Is there
fact-
actually
let me
another
finish,
place?
so
Well,
you
it's
can
all
be on the same
impendent on
page.
the.
And then he can fact check afterwards.
All right.
So it's called Stonehenge. So it sounds like the name sounds like you're saying this is a henge made out of stone. So they took the word henge, defined it a certain way.
I think I'm not getting your point. What is your
So
qualm with this?
Stonehenge is not a henge, even though the word henge came from Stonehenge. That's what I'm trying to say.
What does henge mean?
It has a strict definition. It
Which
has something to do
is
with
what?
something there's relating to like the placement of moats and entrances. Some weird.
So you're
shit
saying
like that.
Stonehenge is not a henge?
Yeah, because apparently the moats are placed in a certain way that that the word henge
moats?
moat like a ditch that water is supposed to go.
But it has a
Some-
moat.
Moat.
I know, but
M-O-A-T.
Stonehenge has a moat.
There's something dug around it. I don't know, but the placement of the moat is somewhere where the definition of henge says it should be something else. I don't know, something like that. That's what I remember.
Okay, say it. Start it again.
No more.
Okay,
more.
look, I went there actually, and then
You went to Stonehenge?
I did.
This is irrelevant.
Did you meet any
Yeah.
druids?
Wholly irrelevant. This has nothing to do. Your experience does not.
I mean, I didn't. Okay. But
It's cool, but like this
no, but I was gonna
will not
say
help you
something
understand.
about it, about when I went there.
Okay, go ahead.
Jesus.
I just don't think this will help you understand it. Whether
I
you want
but
to.
I couldn't get it. After 3 times, I couldn't get what you're saying.
Okay, so Stonehenge. It's called Stonehenge. Somebody named it
I
that.
know we can't.
Okay.
Can't. I was doing it for the 3rd time as a joke, but
It
we
only
can't.
makes sense if you look up henge.
Okay, henge has a strict definition that has to meet certain criteria. Right? Let's say it's got to have a moat on the inside.
Worst
Okay.
podcast.
Let's
This
just
is your
say.
fault. Okay.
Let's say.
I give up. He's going for
Let
the
me-
4th
okay,
time.
no.
Nobody goes for the 4th.
No, this is an example. It's easier to follow for.
I don't want to know. Forget
brain-
it.
Brains.
Okay, Stonehenge is
So
good.
let's say a henge. By definition, there has to be a moat on the inside of the structure, right?
That's what you're saying a henge is?
No, for example, let's just say that's what henge means. Stonehenge has the moats on the outside. So it's not considered a henge. Because of some minutia like that.
Well, I need a good definition of henge to follow you.
Just let's pretend it means a structure
What do
with a
you mean
moat on
let's
the
That is
outside.
pretend
the
you-
definition. pretty
what's
much.
what's
Is
the
that, was
definition?
that right?
It's very close. It's not
What
the
is it?
same.
It has to be some structure with a moat somewhere, but then Stonehenge has that moat in a different place. So it's not a henge. Strictly speaking, like, it is not henge worthy. It doesn't meet the definition of henge, whatever that may be.
But it's also a thing where if it wasn't called Stonehenge, nobody would care about it as much. It's the name has a mystique. It's a good name.
Yeah, like,
Oh,
that's fine, but
I got a subject.
That's because
What?
no one knows what a henge is.
But like,
Shakespeare. Shakespeare.
no Shakespeare.
Shakespeare.
No Shakespeare.
Okay, no Shakespeare.
No,
Not this
but
one.
like,
We can't.
But the word henge, they took it out of Stonehenge. Like, Stonehenge was.
Do we have? Can you buy a movie right now? You want to watch Anonymous? The movie about
Again?
about Shakespeare. You
No,
never
no.
saw it.
No,
Oh wait, you
no.
didn't watch it. I put it on. You were so you like turned away from
no
the
one
truth.
cares about that
The
Shakespeare
truth.
conspiracy shit.
Shakespeare is not Shakespeare.
I met him.
Shakespeare. He doesn't know. He's Shannon. He doesn't
He
know.
doesn't give a shit about this stupid
Dude,
conspiracy
Shakespeare.
shit. I barely
Actually, the
entertained it.
Earl of Oxford.
No, you.
He's not Shakespeare. It's a whole thing. It's
It's
a whole thing.
It's a bunch of nonsense.
Dude. You gotta watch the movie Anonymous.
I'm not gonna.
You gotta watch the movie
It's a
Anonymous.
Hollywood movie.
This is a good movie. Watch Anonymous. It talks about it's about the actual Shakespeare, the real Shakespeare, the Earl of Oxford. Not what the media has made you believe is Shakespeare. It's the
No,
real.
it's not. Anonymous is about some bomb.
No. They gave it a stupid name. The movie is stupid. They should have called it Shakespeare or something. They should have called it Oxford the Eighth or something. It was the 8th Earl of Oxford who's actually Shakespeare.
No.
People don't want to say that because everybody loves the idea of Shakespeare being an actor, but it was actually a guy. The guy was just an actor. His name was Shakespeare. He took the name. He was presenting the plays. The guy was a nobody. He was presenting ideas against the government. He used a pseudonym. He used the Shakespeare idea because he didn't want everybody to know that the Earl of Oxford was the guy
You're
doing
crazy.
it. I didn't make the movie. It's like been a long run. They've had like there's like 5 different conspiracy theories, but this is the most logical one. This is not the craziest idea. This is the most logical idea that it was the early box, because all the stuff that Shakespeare talks about, it's from a person that was like traveled around the world. He'd been studied in all different principles. Like he wasn't just some guy, some random actor guy. But because the idea of Shakespeare is so like embedded in culture, like nobody wants to talk about it.
He wasn't random. He was raised to be a priest or some shit.
Yeah, he had a.
What are you talking about?
Shakespeare. He had a.
He didn't even teach his Shakespeare, the guy who everybody blazes it on. He didn't even teach his daughter how to read or spell.
Women weren't educated back then.
That's normal.
Yeah, women did not get.
Because he could barely spell his name. He could barely write. He himself was just like he was.
How
just,
do you know?
Because it's in the movie. It's a fucking movie. The movies are real. Look at Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Man took this car and then the car flew.
I've never
irradiated.
I've never really seen that.
Wait, what's that? Who's that old guy in? Forget his
You've
name.
seen like 3 movies. I can't. What's an underrated movie?
Repo Man. Nah,
that's the one movie I haven't seen. What's?
Who's the old? Do you know Repo Man?
I know about it. I've never seen.
Do you know who's in it though?
I know what you're talking about. That old guy, the old dude.
He died recently.
Yeah.
What's his name? Harry Dean Stanton.
Are these aliens?
Yeah, they are. Harry Dean Stanton, is that his name?
Yes.
Okay, him. Did he die at the end of that movie or not?
I haven't seen the movie.
Do you know if he died?
He doesn't know. He's Chinese.
I thought he got shot, but I don't know. Whatever.
Puerto Rican bitch.
Puerto Rican bitch.
I don't know. I don't know if this podcast is any good.
That's because you keep rambling
Yeah,
about
it's
fucking
not.
idiots.
I'm trying to come up with a subject.
Shakespeare stupid.
That's a good subject, but it's not. It doesn't really relate to our overrated, underrated thing.
Yeah, it's stupid.
It's so great. The idea that everybody thinks that this guy is actual Shakespeare, the most famous playwright in history, but it's not him. It was another guy.
Sure.
He's not getting credit for it. No, but things like this happen in history all the time. The whole Jesus thing, like.
Was Jesus a priest named Shakespeare?
Yes. No, but there's always like this huge, overreaching like ideas about like stuff that people just take for granted.
I think Leonardo
it's like
DiCaprio is actually Da
Vinci.
No, is actually Piers Morgan.
It's like the thing, like if it's just like if it's a good enough. If it's a good, wow, Shannon liked that one.
I don't know why.
You won with that one, Shannon. Shannon took that one.
I don't know why. I just thought of like just the least likely person and said it, and then he just really liked that one.
It's stupid.
Pierce Morgan.
Stupider than this death ray stuff they keep talking about.
Death Race 2000 underrated. No, maybe not.
2001: A Space Odyssey, underrated or overrated?
This is an extension of my belly
I would say,
button. It's my umbilical cord.
2001, what happened? Well,
Overrated.
I would say that.
Overrated.
I mean,
Why?
no, it's not really overrated.
I think people.
It's an amazing
too
thing.
deep into it and like.
I mean, it's about as deep as film. Look, 2001.
Oh wow.
It's like about as deep as you can get in a movie. Like that's about as deep as you can get.
But I think they look too much into it.
Yeah, but I mean,
I just didn't like it that much. I don't know.
That's pretty much the point. What about A Clockwork Orange?
Overrated.
See, that's a thing where it's like, okay, but
I haven't read the book though, so I don't know.
Well, the book often does not have anything to do like The Shining. Apparently, like Stephen Hawking. Stephen Hawking. Stephen didn't like.
That guy can't hold a pen.
Didn't like it that much, but it's probably because
Stephen King's an idiot. So
it's because like
Kubrick's
the movie was
I don't know. I didn't enjoy it. I don't know what to say. Maybe it was too deep for me. I don't know.
This is the most usually like we're at each other's throats about opinions, but this is the most non-committal podcast for opinions. Like we're not forcing any opinions at all.
Physician-assisted suicide.
That's boring.
No, it's boring.
I just want to know what all these like DVDs are.
I don't know
Like maybe they're good. I should get them.
One of them is called Bubble Movie or something. And that was kind of funny.
Bubble Movie. Oh, here's. Have you ever watched Ping Pong Club or whatever? That is funny.
I don't.
You watch Ping Pong Club?
I saw the pictures at your store.
Dude, it's the funniest. It's one of the funny. There's a bunch of funny anime when I used to watch anime, but it's good. You're missing out. You're missing out on a whole bunch of hilarity.
What about Speck and Walk?
That'll be.
What? Oh, that was good.
Yeah, all of those have beans.
I guess so.
Does chicken taco burrito have?
You have a lot of questions. Maybe you studied before you came here.
Okay, can you get one of those?
Yeah.
Anything else? You think that's enough?
That's enough.
And that's it. Oh, sorry, what did you say about burrito? Oh, avocado burrito? Oh, okay, yeah, sorry. Okay, no, yeah, that's right.
Is there
Alright, thank you.
Is there going to be an issue? Is there going to be a problem?
He was synthesizing two different burritos into one, and I was confused.
Yeah.
I didn't know which one I was getting.
You read like the two burritos together. It was weird. We could have gone to
Handbrake, really?
McDonald's.
You need
I'm
that
used
for
to the
now?
manual, so I just do that out of instinct.
Seems a bit extreme.
Well, if I'm in neutral, so I'll just roll if I don't. I guess
Wait, you have a manual? Oh, this is a manual?
this is automatic, but I'm used to the other one.
Oh, so you have to pull that up?
So just out of instinct, I put it into neutral and pull this instead of because there's no parking there. There's no park gear, I think. I like setting. So you just put it into neutral and pull this for parking.
All cars are like that, manual?
Yeah, there's
Or
no
just yours?
park. I mean, you can park it in gear, but then if you forget, then you started and you're already in gear. The whole. I mean, even then, you still have to.
You could be a valet driver because you know if you're going to be a valet driver, you need to know both manual and automatic. I learned that when I was asking other valet people. I never got to that point though.
I didn't tip my valet.
Did I ever tell you about the? I should say my tip story. So just to know, have I told you my tip story? Yeah, I did tell you.
I tipped
Pretty
66% for a haircut. 'cause
You're pro tip. I'm anti-tip.
I'm pro tip.
Yeah, you're pro tip.
Am I?
You're,
I do it.
you're
I'm
well.
not a fan of it.
Well, you know, you're part of the problem. Hey, take it easy there, partner. We got people down there. What are you doing? Is that really necessary?
I gotta press all the buttons.
Yeah. Tell me, this is a scrotum.
Why?
That the way it hangs is perfect.
It's never a
It's a scrotum.
Never.
And it's. Why not get rid of the first couple that have died?
This
Less
is-
nostalgia.
They're all dead, actually.
No, I just accumulate.
But it's not gonna.
Like,
I
my
want them
car
to be
has
like
two
this
of them,
It's very messy.
and they're pretty old.
I want them to accumulate. Till
Well, why do you guys
But
get
mine
this
are
when you know
clean
they're gonna
linen.
last? They're only gonna last a day, literally.
That's
I only
the
need it
best
to last
day.
a day.
But how expensive is that? It becomes
Well, I
cost
have a
prohibitive
pack.
after a while.
Like, I have a pack if I need more.
People spend.
You put one of those every day.
People
No.
spend $4 on a cup of coffee.
That's true.
I don't.
Some people spend more.
I don't spend any money, and I don't have any money, and I'm rich. I don't understand how you guys pay for these exorbitant expenditures, like these ice trees.
Ice trees. These are black ice trees.
Mine are clean linen scented.
Really?
Yeah.
An air freshener. The air freshener a man picks says a lot about him and his sexual appetite.
I don't think it does.
So Shayan likes black ice.
I'm George Lucas.
Well, black ice is just transparent ice on the road.
Wait, does it really smell like clean linen?
This?
For a day? No, his.
It smells
I-
like
no, I
clean
smelled
linen
it.
shampoo, or not
It
shampoo.
doesn't actually smell like laundry. Or anything.
Cleaner.
But why do you get it? Does your car smell?
It
you
reminds
don't get
me
it?
of the detergent.
It smells like nothing, so when you put this, it smells like something.
Oh, so you're actually not covering up any smell. You're getting
cover
it
up
for the-
all the weeds.
It's just to add smell. Like there's no, for me at least. But I think most people just
Interesting.
to do it to add like
A lot of times I smell
I
like
guess it's a
women
scent
like wearing things. And I'm like, I wish I could have that smell for my store.
Just hang up clean linen.
Yes, that would help.
a V6 camera.
Slam it.
What is that? Connect 4? What is that? Connect 4?
Connect 5.
That's Connect 4. Why do they have Connect 4 in the car?
He's trying to give you a message.
Is that Connect 4?
Connecticut.
That's Connect 4, right?
I can't
on the left,
see
you see
from
that?
here. It's a road game.
There's like a yellow thing.
Yeah, I see a box.
It looks like Connect 4.
You see these things here? These look at these like decorations on the side.
these?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always notice that My Del Taco has the same things, but they're not cut out. They're fake cut out. They're painted. No, the cutout are it's Trump loyal or whatever, where it's supposed to look like a cutout.
Trump is loyal?
Yeah,
You're loyal to
it's like a fake thing. You know, like a when they paint a column or something, it's supposed to look like it's actually there, but it's not there. they paint the shadow so it looks like it's a cutout.
What if it is?
It's not a cutout. It's just an annoying thing. It makes it feel so cheap. But here's the real thing.
Masterfully painted.
No, this is the real thing, buddy.
That's masterfully, dude. You wouldn't be able to tell.
This is so good. It cannot possibly be done.
Is that correct?
No, with Battleship.
Ooh, good game.
It looks like Connect 4.
Better game, Battleship or Connect 4?
Connect 4. Battleship
has got some cool ships. I'm
Overrated
surprised.
or underrated?
overrated.
I think it's properly
It's just
rated.
guessing. Like you just gotta guess.
No, well,
What
I mean,
comes
there's
down to-
tiny bit of strategy. It's like Stratego a little bit. Remember, have you played Stratego?
Once.
It's
one time.
it's. I mean, you could say like it's luck, but it's also kind of thinking like okay, where if
No,
a little bit of
Stratego's
strategy.
not luck, 'cause you can see the board. Right? You can see movements.
Is there any movement in Stratego?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're moving your game. It's like chess kind of.
You're trying to get to the other side of it.
Yeah, well, Battleship is the same. You like say
No,
okay,
because you
blah
don't see
blah.
the other side, so you just say a random thing.
Yeah,
and
but
it's
you
like,
know it in your mind where it didn't hit, right?
No, you don't even have to think about it.
So you're saying
they
there's
tell you
absolutely
don't.
nothing but luck in
I
Battleship?
mean, once you get a hit, you can be like, okay.
yeah, so there's like
this is
3 in a row.
No, but that's the limit to the strategy.
Like that's
strategy.
it.
Well, okay, it's not warfare.
Once you get into like a meta mind thing, like, oh, how does he think? But, like, it's not-
Would he put 2 ships there?
Yeah, like, but that's just.
That's what Will Holland does.
But I just put him randomly and like.
I keep calling like your friend
Good
Will
enough.
Mulholland.
That's because of Mulholland Drive.
'Cause- Oh yeah, Mulholland
Okay,
was the
we
guy
going
who.
back.
No.
There's a car coming.
Now we're not going anywhere. We stopped moving. Maybe we can get it moving again. Damn it! No, we're stuck.
That's my
It's taking forever.
The
Those
night times are
slow
always like
lads.
this.
It's normally fast.
Slow lad.
No, but I guess that's because they can heat it up in an oven or something.
Wait, do you live in LA right now?
No.
You live in Manhattan?
Yeah, Manhattan.
You live in Wisconsin?
No, Wisconsin's a little far.
Milwaukee?
That was in Mulberry.
Milwaukee is also far.
Massachusetts?
Massachusetts is even farther, dude.
Where do you live?
Mulberry.
So you're visiting right now?
Sort of.
Man, that's a fun
Massachusetts.
thing to do.
Dude. You need some of them black ice. You need to hang on
Connect
this black ice.
4.
I
It's
can't
Connect
see it.
4.
Wisconsin.
I swear to God it is. But why?
Where was the place? Milwaukee.
Wisconsin?
You live in no Milwaukee, right?
That's Wisconsin.
That's beer. Where's the place you live?
That good cheese.
Milwaukee's where Laverne and Shirley.
He lives in a
takes place, no?
midwestern place.
Laverne and Shirley's in Milwaukee? Right?
I'm not with that show.
Slameo.
Yeah, I know. I understand. I know. I appreciate it. I get it.
We're gonna do
Something about that show's
on your mark,
off-putting.
get set, and go.
Why do you know that show? That show's before my time. Why do you know these shows? Why do you know shows like Night Court?
What are they talking
That hasn't aired
We're
in
gonna
years.
do it. Remember that episode
something
of Night
really
Court
sad
where
about that song.
Harry Anderson gets stuck in the safe?
I really don't remember any episode of that
That was
show, and I
scary.
watched it. That's weird. I watched
And he
it.
thought he was gonna die, and he's like, "Oh shit, no one's gonna find me in the safe." And they found
It's
me.
weird, like what you watch is like, why am I watching like a court at
Three's
night?
Company.
The Three's Company was like, oh, okay, well, it's a little bit, but why am I watching like a court
It's just
thing?
people in an apartment though. Like it's
It is, but
court. At least things happen. It's apartments. Like,
but why am I watching a court like a night court with criminals? Like their actual reality is probably as bad as it can be.
Night court is like shitty, like civil stuff, isn't it?
I don't know.
Like
I don't even know night court exists or not.
Yes.
Probably should be.
Probably not, dude.
Accident. The light is on in there, or no? Is that a reflection?
That's the Connect 4.
It's on.
Yeah, it's on.
There was on.
How'd you know?
Yes.
Is there a goofy
Well,
dog?
He told me before he left he was going to do that. Nicaragua? Where do you live? It's some Midwestern state I can't name. This is Minnesota. Minnesota. Chicago, Minnesota.
What?
Minnesota. Hi. Hello. Minnesota. Hello. Minnesota. Wait, you go to school in Minnesota and you come here for a break. Both you guys, if you're done with school forever, it must be an amazing feeling. Wait, you don't have to go to Pomona anymore?
No, I just graduated.
Ever? It's just,
I can go there. If I send the door.
Well, congratulations! I can't believe you guys are get it free. Now you can
I'm gonna be a wage slave now.
And now what?
Wage slavery. I guess salary slavery.
Jobs are like lining up for you guys, right?
I haven't even started looking seriously.
But you don't have to, right? Because like it's like an easy job to get, right?
Well,
Because not too many people have your credentials.
Yeah, I mean,
And you're gonna become a substitute teacher, right? Something like that. That would be fun.
how did you know? No, seriously, he was.
I just guessed it.
You were right, because that's what he said yesterday.
I hit the bullseye, brother.
Thank you.
We're all working a factory.
That would be, if we had those jobs, you know,
It might be
Probably
fun.
get one because my friend's an engineer at the factory.
If you worked at a dildo factory, would it get boring after a while?
yes.
Like it wouldn't be funny anymore. Like the first week it'd be hilarious.
It's like,
and
and then you're just like,
then you're like, I hate these things.
that's what the cop is.
I think like the first hour it might be funny, but then like no one would be telling jokes and be like, this is
Everyone's
actually
just
really
doing,
boring.
putting cocktails.
It's like, don't make another joke. But then maybe not, maybe like every day when you go in, it is a joke. It's like, wait, it's like every time you look at what you're doing, you kind of got like,
It's
kind of
like
laugh.
an unfunny joke. Like someone who has to tell a joke will make a joke that dildos, but no one will laugh. They'll be like, oh, that was.
But the whole
funny
job
joke."
is a joke. This is like, this is what we're doing
Yeah,
for our
'cause
life.
it's like
Every
a-
single day with
it's
hundreds of them.
situational.
It's like you can't stop laughing.
I've been recording it.
I can't record it because this is music.
No, I'm good.
This is
There's
music.
so much hot
Actually, this probably wouldn't be copyright slash. Everyone has it.
There's no beating the copyright. The copyright gods.
I work for the NSA. I know how this.
Stop saying that. You're scaring me.
Alright, thanks.
Oh, and Snails also works for the NSA.
Stop saying that.
Oh, the burrito.
Minnesota? Not chili. Minnetonka.
Did you know that they invented boba in Minnesota?
Yeah, they did not.
So they invented soda in Minnesota.
Like, this doesn't make soda. No, they call it pop in Minnesota.
Tacos were invented in Minnesota.
Yeah, I did know that.
Actually, the burritos too.
Yeah.
No, the burritos don't.
Do you think they're Taco Bells? Are they Taco Bells in Mexico?
Japan has Taco Bell.
Except it's called Taco Bells. I don't even know if that's a funny joke, but maybe it is in Japan. Japanese.
No.
This is a joke. Here we go.
And the tagline for Taco Bell in Japan is Itadakimasu. This here it's Live Mas. That was a joke I heard.
Live Mas?
But here it's Live Mas.
Yeah. Are they still using that?
I don't know.
Yeah, they
I don't know what that means. But
Really? They still using that terrible logo? That's awful. It should be more like Escape Ice. That's like the logo.
Run the Red or
No, never, ever.
Pupuseria. There's a pupuseria. Poo-poo. Look.
I believe the correct pronunciation
I'm not
is
gonna move until
the
you look
correct
at it.
pronunciation
Did you
is
see it?
puppus.
Did you see it?
Yes, it's the puppuseria. It's not. People think it is because they think it's Spanish, but it's actually puppuseria. It's actually a Hungarian word.
I'm Hungarian. I'm not Hungarian. So I don't know
You got lucky this time. I turned green before I got done. Oh yeah, no, my Uber driver. Let me tell you. So he had like a weird accent, and he was kind of like hairy. So I was like, what? Maybe he's Armenian or something, whatever. And like he
Who
asked.
says Armenian people are hairy though? It's
do.
Persian people.
So I was like, I don't know. So I didn't know it, but then he, for some reason, he brought up where I was from. I was like,
Oh, he
okay,
was a
wrong.
talkative guy.
Why?
Why you go? No.
Run or not?
No. Okay, go. Talk about it. What?
Oh.
Talk about.
So then he
Okay, hit the gas. Talk
he's
about
like,
it.
oh, I'm from Russia. I'm like, oh, cool, okay. And he's like, but like, I'm from this.
Wait, why were you using Uber?
Michael was using my car because their car got.
Yeah, but you have an MR2 too.
That was.
Okay,
I was
so you
from
had to
Russia.
use it. Alright.
So he's like, oh, I'm from Russia, but I'm from like this area, like in the south, and it's like.
And he has to probably tell the story to every single passenger because it can't just be you.
Yeah, I don't know. So then he's like, shut up. So then I was like, I was like, oh, like Dagestan or like Chechnya or something. And
Oh,
he's like,
wow.
no, it's like it's bordering on that area. And I was
It's
like,
kind of Russian.
So I was like, oh, okay. And he's like, yeah, like our language. Is
Wait,
like,
maybe he was lying.
Shut up! Shut the fuck
Sorry.
up! Shut up!
Sorry.
So then he's like, the language we actually speak is like a derivative of like an Iranian language. I was like, oh, are you Ossetian? And he's like, what? Whoa! And he freaked out that I knew what that was. And he's like, I've lived here for like, I don't know how many years, like since like 1999 or something.
3 months.
And he's like, nobody knows what that is. How do you know that? I was like, I don't know.
Wait, what is the word you said?
Ossetian? OSS. And he's like, how did you
How
know
did
about
you know
that?
that?
I was like, I don't know. And I was like, wait, I have no idea. I don't know.
You don't know how you know that?
No,
It's just
I
in your
just know that it's a
DNA.
So I was like, I just know that. But like, yeah, like there's
I've
south,
never heard that word.
There's south and north, and like they recently split into. They're both like unofficial. And he's like, yeah, how do you know all this?
You
about
must
it?
have gotten it.
And
And
I
you
was
still
like,
got
I
a
don't-
4 rating.
And I was like, I don't even know you can rate people. I just gave him some money. I gave him like $5.
What? Why are you like the nicest guy ever to this guy? That's a huge tip. What? No, it's not. Nobody ever tips.
I
No.
thought you were supposed to too.
Nobody tips $5. That's like the guy.
What are you supposed to do?
No, I don't know how Uber
It
works.
was like an
Lyft
$80
never.
drive. It was
I got a
an
tip
hour
like
and a
twice
half.
maybe.
It was a very long drive. It was from Agora over to here. Like grab the drink. It was like 60 miles, I think. About. Just about 60 miles.
How about, that's like an hour?
Why? What do you mean?
An hour drive? That's a long drive for Uber.
Okay, I am at Alien Con right now, and Georgios Tsoukalos is standing right there, right in front of me. And unfortunately, the autographs are sold out. I don't know how, I guess there's a limited amount of signings he will do. I do believe it is the real Tsoukalos. Yes, I was just about to leave, and
Tsoukalos clone.
the great one just happened to walk in right beside me.
All right.
Yes, the Georgios Tsoukalos happened to walk right by, and I managed to follow him and videotape him and snap a few pictures. So yeah, I was pretty lucky. That's the main reason I came. Alright, so now I'm gonna see what the panels are about. So, alright, Alien Con, Ballroom C, learn how to make contact, 2 p.m. Wait, it's 1 p.m. right now. Okay, let's see what the schedule is. Ancient Aliens, Metaphysics, and Prophecy has moved from Orion Room to Civic Auditorium. Let's see what else. Ancient Aliens Beyond Ancient. David Childress photo session from 4:30 to 4. I don't know. It's $25. Cassiopeia. I don't never know how to say that. What else is there? Theoretical plasma physics for dummies. That's it. I think that's all I think it ends at 4. So, you're at Alien Con. No vendors with old stuff so far, like old books. Mainly vendors with new stuff. Okay, Ballroom D. What's here? I don't know if this. Okay, I don't know. We're at the Pasadena Convention Center. The site of where the Star Trek convention used to be. No longer. Star Trek Convention is no longer with us. Ballroom F. What's going on here? Alright, let's go hang out in here.
You know, you kind of should expect it, I guess, since he's so dry as Skinner, that, like, as an actor, he would be, like, just this absolutely good person, but it totally threw me off guard that he was just, like...
Sorry. I walked in and walked. I don't know who that is. I don't know who that person is. The person, the attendant, the docent, also does not know who it is. We don't know who it is. He's speaking up there, the big microphone, but he seemed very normalized, so I was turned off. And I think that's it. Wait, Ballroom G. Nothing at Ballroom G. Ballroom H. The forgotten ballroom. The neglected ballroom. Nothing happening here. Restrooms. I think that's it. Okay, kids. Listening to an extended edition of Overrated, Underrated podcast. And I'm just happy I got to see the Tsoukalos. I saw him. He walked right past me. He didn't even... I don't think he noticed me. I think I felt his breeze as he walked past me. Now I'm looking at the foodstuffs they have here. General items. Salad. That's not even. It's not appropriate. Why do they have salad here? It's not good for you. Don't eat salad, folks. No, I'm kidding. It's good for you. It's just awful. All right. Why they never have food here? Sometimes you can find a hot dog or something if you're lucky. Okay, now, oh my gosh. All right. Just looking at this relatively hot chick scratching her crotch. Okay. All right, $15 for parking. Whoa. All right, I just took a picture. A random lady. I liked her green. Where did she get that? I don't know where she got that. Let me ask this lady where she got her green. I guess, well, it's kind of dumb to ask her. She probably got it in the room, in the merchant's room. The marketplace. The marketplace. The vendor's room. People are sitting. I don't think there was enough stuff. Definitely not enough stuff. Not enough stuff to buy, but they gave us a goodie bag. And that's kind of all I wanted. A green goodie bag. So.
Interesting side note.
All right, so that was Alien Con
show.
at the same time as Alien Con. Yes, Repticon. What a blatant display. What a blatant display. Repticon is having a... What is this? What's this? A big hall here. Alien Con is here too. What's going on here? What's going on here? No, it's not. Let's go check it out. Okay. What?
Good afternoon, folks. I'm Steve Beck. And here I am on a Sunday. We should all be in church. I'm competing
man.
again Speck Pope in the main auditorium room. A classic car confirmation, or whatever you call it. A street artist show. And a reptilian convention. The irony of that, well, I'll just leave that to you. So, but hey, look, I'm cool. Because the reason I'm cool, I wouldn't want this whole thing to be huge because, put that back up. I've already had 3 lectures. This is supposed to be a panel. Turned out it was a panel of 1, which makes it a lecture. And so I decided to do something that I've been wanting to do. Unfortunately, I hadn't done it yet, so I'm going to be making this up as I go. Literally. Got freelance in here.
I read all my
And
stuff.
it's going to go really well or really badly. Now, if it goes really well, I really hope you will let me know. Give me your thoughts. If it goes really badly, I don't hear from you. Now, what this is going to be, the intention is this is going to be a new age disclosure TED Talk. I'm serious. And I know what a lot of you are thinking. I didn't sign up for that. Well, it's okay. It's all right. Because the doors are about to be locked and you're not going anywhere. Okay? You stop. The title of this, which I just made up 10 minutes ago, is Asymmetry, the Entropic Principle, Psychopathology, and Disclosure. And I know that most of you are thinking, there's no way that he's going to get those 4 things together in a presentation. Au contraire, mesdames et messieurs. Au contraire. I will. And so we begin. The slides are on a loop. They're just going to keep going around and around, so I can just walk freely and make strong, powerful gestures. Basically do Tony Robbins thing, except without the extra 2 feet above me. There is a bridge